Yep. So what do we got? Ooh. Okay, no, we've got ourselves a level one or first quest. You know what that level is? It's the unmentionable level, but the first quest version.
Level 7.
Yeah. Speaking of which, though, that isn't going to be anything in that particular spot because we're running on second quest overworld. So so there's a lot of differences. For one thing here, and if you look at Ategenos' sign, that's one of those. That room there, that screen, that's a recorder spot. There's about 10 of those around the world, and on top of that, there are also an additional 3 power bracelet spots. To the original 4 that are in the first quest. And along with that, of course, the secrets are all going to be, ew, okay, there we go. We got ourselves a magic boomerang on the coast, so then they're probably not going to want to come back for that. It's good to get that check out, over and done with.
Yeah, it's definitely good because sometimes the Armor Item can pop over here and get some good information. So, both of these runners making their way over and doing the rounds. Looks like Ategenos is about to find out if the Lake Armos is going to be our item this time around, and we find out that it is going to be another staircase.
Yep.
And so, it's a money-making game.
Item's going to be all the way over on the other side of Hyrule. What do you think that item's going to be?
Well, that's a very good question. These runners would love to have it be something that they can actually use as a weapon. As we do see Ategenos, the first of these two to pick up the sword. It's at the potion shop that's just north of First Quest level 3. ZebGedney is going to do the screen scroll, which is the mechanic you're going to see a lot of these runners on this level of this tournament do to help get themselves around Hyrule. ZebGedney suffering a death, but that's not a really bad death, only because of it's not that super far away from the start. You see Ategenos, what he's doing there, he's killing the blue Octorok. That's because those blue Octoroks are part of the bomb-dropping group, and bomb-dropping groups can drop on the first 6th or 8th kill on a 10-digit global cycle.
Yep, that's if they even decide to drop bombs at all.
And in that case, for Ategenos, they did not.
Nope.
So now we see ZebGedney picking up the wood sword. And so this is why this wasn't a bad death for ZebGedney, because he wasn't that far away from this square as it is. So it only took him probably about 15 seconds to get back to this area.
I believe that Lionel went down in one shot.
Well, the red Lionel went down in one shot. That's nice, but you like to see your bomb-dropping enemies be the ones that go down in one hit.
That is true.
Ategenos trying to drive up his count so he can have a chance for bombs. Oh, that was nice little dodging right there for Ategenos, using some invincibility frames.
Yeah, and
but he does get his bombs.
Yep, gets the bomb drop.
So he's going to head over here to First Quest Level 1. It's also Second Quest Level 1. And we do have a level. It's our first level of the game. So now here's where the game begins. You got to try to figure out what level you're in. You don't get the indicator on the top of your screen that says you're in level. You got to figure it out based on where you start. And sometimes it's easier said than done.
This is going to be a tough room with nothing but the wood sword, no ladder.
Yep. And this has the possibility of being a level 7, and it also has the possibility of being a nasty room filled with whiz robes. That's a whiz robe hug.
Yep. Yep, folks, don't whiz robe on the electric fence. We got some blue bubbles. Oh no, that's a Goma block. That's a Goma block.
Yeah, he's blocking 2 shutter doors at that point. This is also possibly level 8. And the more we're going through this... No, that can't be 8. That looks like 7.
That's looking like a level nope to me. That's a big level nope.
That's a level get out of here.
Yeah.
So ZebGedney is going to be the first of these two to discover what the Armos item is, providing that he's going to be able to stay alive at this point. And also, Ategenos trying to dodge the... Oh, that was close. That was really close right there with that Lionel beam. So Ategenos going in here finds out that it's not a thing that he really needs to see. ZebGedney finding that the Armos item is going to be one of the two inside of the forest.
Yep.
Alright, so ZebGedney now knows exactly what Armos item is going to be, or rather what Armos is going to drop his item. And we find out that the candle in this seed is worth 60 or costs 65 rupees. Not a bad sum.
Nope. The only problem is scrounging up enough money to get that. And our item is...
The recorder, which is a very nice find. The recorder allows you to gain access to 10 different spots on this overworld, including Second Quest 3, which ZebGedney is going to go ahead and check for us at this point.
Yep, that is an absolute great item to get over and done with early, because that's going to allow virtually near the entire overworld access. And here we've got ourselves a secret. 17 is our small secret, and here we've got a level.
2Q3 does have a level.
Now the question is, what level is this?
Well, based on the start position, I'm thinking we may be in either 5 or 6. And my first guess is going to be level 6, but we'll find out as we go through this level.
Yep, you can tell it has to be either 5, 6, 7, or 8 because of that passageway staircase.
And this room right here gives me reason to believe we could be...
Ladder blocks.
This has got to be level 6.
Yeah, that's...
Just the way that that is set up, you should be able to move to the left or bomb to the left to get out of that room. So there'll be 4 rooms in this column here.
Sorry to interrupt you. 25 is our medium secret.
Well, you know, sometimes you have a seed that's filled with money. Sometimes you have a seed when you're not filled with money.
Well, the truth be told is they are actually up about 2 rupees, past the vanilla so far. So, with the 17 small secret plus the 25 medium secret, that's still a net gain of about 2 rupees.
But with 25 rupees being the mid secret, that's not necessarily what you want to see. Like, you want that mid secret to be in the 30s, especially considering the fact that you only get 1 large secret at this seed. So 25 is not necessarily a great number to see. As we see the high 5 for both of these runners, Ategenos is about to go north and get his recorder. ZebGedney's going to give us some information on what's going to be on that coast in this seed.
Oh, it was the magic boomerang, remember? Because we just saw Ategenos do a world wrap.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then it is the magical boomerang. So we probably will not see Ategenos go and pick that up. And we do see the first opportunity to pick up a candle.
Yep.
Actually, was that the magical boomerang or was that the wooden boomerang?
It had to have been the magic boomerang.
You see ZebGedney trying to farm off some bombs off these moblins, and thankfully these moblins didn't seem like they really rolled high. Just trying to be careful of his health at this point. Ategenos is going to be able to search up these 2 spots on the coast, and ZebGedney's got to hope that he finds a bomb dropper somewhere along here. Oh, well, there's some bomb droppers, but I don't think you want to kill them.
Nope. But so far down here on the coast, doesn't seem like there's a whole lot going on.
Well, there's one more possible. Oh, spot, but Ategenos dies before he can get into the cave.
And here Zeb is going to go for the candle clip here into second quest level 7.
Yeah, 2Q7 has a possibility of being something important. Well, that 1 rupee heart might be a good decision to actually make a purchase, considering the square we're on. But he wants to get those bombs instead, and I totally get that. Any roads, getting 1 to the bottom left corner. That's a nice find.
And the other one there, drops us off there at the K mark.
Hey, we got a heart purchase.
Ooh.
Speaking of hearts, there is our white sword item. It is the heart container out in the desert.
Now, what have we got here? Just an arrow shop.
Yeah, 65 rupee arrows. That's not bad. That's 15 off its normal.
Let's hope that they don't need those arrows at some point.
It's still a good investment to purchase, especially if you don't know where the silver arrows are going to be, because sometimes you might want to have the arrows, because Pole's voice, they're not fun.
No, they're not. They're absolutely terrible.
Now, we're going to see Ategenos make his way around here, and very likely we're going to see Ategenos try to get back into that one spot he missed, because you don't want to leave behind what is a loose square. And we do see ZebGedney finding out the white sword item. It is the heart container, and this is going to be something that, unless this is an extremely low health seed, that none of these runners are going to go back to pick up. Because, first of all, you need to have 4 to 6 hearts in order to pick that up. And secondly, that was a level that Ategenos died at.
You're going to pop back in here to make the door go away.
And that's a good decision right there. Remember, if you enter from the left, that means the room to the right you can enter that way. This could be level 2. And I'm believing more and more that this is level 2. That's confirmation.
Definitely level 2. So that means they're looking for a drop item on the floor. That's going to be our dungeon item. And we know that it cannot be the heart container because we just saw the heart container as the white sword item.
You mean there can't be 2 heart containers in this level 2?
Not tonight, sorry.
Not with this flag set. There's the ladder. That's a good find.
Yep.
And that compass right there, that's also a nice find. Ategenos is going to skim these last 2 rooms in case he can score yet another key, because key management is a huge factor in some of these randomizer races. Also, he just tried to bomb the virus, and guess what?
Yeah, they aren't going down with 1 bomb hit.
Which means they rolled on the upscale on the plus or minus 4 HP. And because they start with 4 HP, going up, you're just going to be splitting them all, if you can see it long.
There's a heart for Ategenos.
Really nice heart to find at this point, just because of how many or resources and also hearts. You're not going to always find hearts in these kind of seeds. So you're going to be dealing with several situations where you're dealing with low abilities, and that's getting hit with a red bubble. Let's hope this is not a combat route. Nope, it's an open Triforce. That is a good open Triforce right there, because that is one of the ways you get rid of being cursed, is by grabbing the Triforce, and therefore he doesn't have to worry about locating blue bubbles.
Yep. Besides that, you've also got fairy fountains too that will restore your sword. Taking the medicine and saving and quitting.
So ZebGedney popping into this cave, he will be told about some biblioteca. He decides, no, I don't want to really hear about this biblioteca, and I'm leaving. Thanks for coming by. Bye. So at the 14-minute mark, we have our first Triforce for Ategenos and ZebGedney searching the dead woods, and we find ourselves with another bubble. And right now, at this early entrance, this has the possibility of being level 1. it would be a really nice find. You see that key over there on the right-hand side of that room right there?
Yep.
This is level 1.
And there's a lot of locked doors, so it must definitely be level 1.
Ategenos finding another level over here. It's a blue-colored dungeon, and it does have an early compass, which is a nice find. This is level 3.
Yep, it's level 3.
And that's part of the trick with the regards to these flags, is recognizing as fast as possible what level you're in, because the strategy that you employ, it can depend on what level you're in.
Yep. I mean, for most of the levels, it follows a pretty simple formula. There's one item in the cellar, but of course, with level 1, there are 2 items, one being a drop. Level 2, it's just the drop, and level 8 has 2 cellar items. So knowing what level you're in and what to look for is going to be very important. And speaking of looking, here we've got ourselves an item in level 3, and it's the white sword.
That is a very nice find right there. It helps boost your offense. ZebGedney ends up taking a death to the Gorilla. And, by the way, you see where that Triforce is marked in this level 1?
Yep.
That's that Gliok room, I believe.
Looks like it.
So we see Zeb's going to make that his last room that he goes through. He's going to pick up everything else. And then he'll take his chances against the Gliok.
Yep.
Ategenos continuing through this level. He's still trying to dig out some keys, maybe get himself a heart container if he can. Bombs is a nice find as well. We still have yet to see the 2 items in this level 1. We're looking for a staircase. We're looking for a floor drop. That is the old man. Each of the dungeons do have at least 1 old man, so there's level 1s. Ategenos trying to be careful. He's down to a half of a heart. He's got to kill these gels in order to move to the room to the north. And right now we see ZebGedney facing off against these gorillas, trying to bomb them down. Finds out that they're not killable in 1 bomb. They rolled upwards on the HP shuffle. And that room does not have anything in it.
And we got whiz robes.
At least the whiz robes are rolling 3 or 4 on the HP, which means you still can kill them with bombs, and that still makes them dependable for getting bombs off them. So we do have Ategenos picking up the second Triforce piece of this seed, leads this match to Triforce's 2-1, as ZebGedney is continuing through this level 1. Ategenos is about to find what we believe was level 6 here at 2Q3. But at least Ategenos is going to have some resources. We find the bow in 1.
That's the location. That's the spot where you find the bow. So
well, it is, but it ain't a floor item or a floor drop normally.
True.
But we do know that is going to bring out the Fred chance in chat. ZebGedney now getting the awful news that nope, you're not going to be able to kill the virus by way of bombs this time around. Nice try.
So now we're looking for 1 more floor drop item.
Well, actually, we were looking for the push block staircase at this point.
Oh, that's right. That's right. My mistake.
And so we go into this room, and ZebGedney with 1 key in his hand or in his pocket at this point, may be considering tackling these keys, or buyers rather, to figure out what the drop is. Hey, it's the heart container.
Yep.
In the Aquamentus room. How vanilla.
This looks like this is an item room.
It definitely is. It had to be. We had seen all the other rooms at this point, so let's go inside. The item in level 1 is the raft, which we haven't found all the levels yet, so that raft could come into play. And I think Ategenos at this point is going to start figuring out, oh wait, Ategenos could not bomb to the room to the left. Could this be a troll of 2 rooms that the staircase was only 4? That's
Oh, no,
nasty, level 6. That's nasty. That's disgusting. And it's exactly what it is.
Oh. Yeah, if can't bomb to the left, that means that the room to the left could either be Zelda's room or it could be. No, wait. There aren't 2 corridor staircases in level 6, are there?
No, there's just the one, but there's also the possibility that all of this level 6 is connected except for those 2 rooms. There's easily can be bomb walls between the 2 or solid walls. The only levels that that you always can be able to connect with other rooms attaches to are levels 1, 2, and 3. Also, ZebGedney has left level 1 without the Triforce, which is understandable because the 4-headed Gleeok with only 3.5 hearts or 4 hearts, not a fun proposition at this time.
Yeah, this is definitely looking like a level 6 here. And nope, this can't be our item.
Why is that?
Oh, because of the shutter door.
That's a perfectly good reason.
Yep.
Ategenos probably wish it was, so he can find out what the item in here is. And
now I'm working on Sorry, I was working on another theory. You know how in some rooms there are, a different color of the floors than the walls. You know, the desert tiles or the desert palette. My theory is that if you have a push block room in that particular, those those blocks are not pushable.
Yeah, Ategenos ends up finding the Triforce in level 6, so it's going to be a question whether he decides to leave or stay in. And he's going to go back in. And so, getting back to that theory of yours, that is an interesting theory. I really don't know if it's true or not. And the more that we play this and get those odd features, the more it seems like what you're saying is 100% true.
I don't even know where that came from. That must have been something that just popped into my head from like years ago. But you're right. It seems to be like it more often than not. It seems to be true.
So it's just definitely something that's worth watching. But for now, Ategenos wants to find where this item is going to be.
Well, naturally, it's going to be all the way down on the other side of that hook room. And we got likes.
And we have ourselves very, very soft Gibdos. Here's our item of level 6. It is the Wanded 6.
Red.
Which is very, very vanilla-like.
I'll just add another scoop to that vanilla sundae we're building.
I'm intrigued.
Now I want ice cream.
I totally understand that. It's just too late to go get some, though. So Zeb is now in this spot here at level 1, which how's the level, and look at him go right into those, into the water. Apparently Link can walk on water to stab these dark nuts. Great decision by ZebGedney.
Hey, really? So then this must be Palace 4 then.
He hasn't gotten the boots yet. Oh, Zeb decided to surrender on the attempt here. And we're going to see a HUD clip from Ategenos. And ZebGedney going into the Wiz ropes. This once again was level 8 from earlier, or what we thought may have been level 8, but
yeah,
I don't know.
To think of it, no, if it was 4, it would be a little more over.
Yeah, this can't be 4. I have a feeling we're in 7.
Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful level 7.
This is just absolute horde. This is not exactly what both of these runners want to put up at this point. So there is the Goma block. Now, don't forget, Zeb does have the bow. If he decides he wants to go purchase some arrows for 65 rupees, he can investigate a little further into this, but he still needs 14 rupees to go at this point.
Yeah.
And he's going to go ahead and abandon this level. Now, Ategenos down to a half a heart, but if he can get over this next screen via screen scroll, he can replenish his health before checking the 2 spots, or rather, because he's got the ladder, the 4 spots. The top of the waterfall itself, and then the 2 caves that make up the... Oh, we find level 9!
It's recorder blocked.
Right in the dead woods. So level 9 found, so that's a good thing. You can route that into your game plan now. So, if you want to give a 25-minute lead to somebody, it's very hard to do. Because Ategenos has the offensive advantage, and he also has the ladder. But ZebGedney has one of the items you always need to beat this game.
Yeah, depending upon what happens next, things might really, quickly turn into one or the other's favor.
So Ategenos checking the 2 cave spots that require the ladder, and it turns out neither of them are required. So it looks like Ategenos is making his plans to head on over towards Death Mountain.
Yep. Up here, there's a cave spot here, and of course, off to the right is a push block, which they can't take advantage of at the moment. And then, of course, way off to the left is the medicine shop in the first quest. And, of course, right here is a recorder spot, so...
I will say this, though. ZebGedney really needs to find level 3. Because that white sword would give him some sort of hope. It would give him some sort of offensive help at this point. But instead, he finds another level.
Could this be the true level 7?
There's never such thing as a true level 7. They're all faults.
It's like that area in Earthbound where you have like all 5 of those moles and everyone's saying, "I'm number 3, I'm number 3." That gives me an idea.
Right now, ZebGedney's just trying to figure out what level he is in at this point.
You know what? I'm thinking this might be level 8.
If this is level 8, this would be a very nice find, because it does turn out that ZebGedney was not on the bottom row when he entered this level 8. Hey, we find ourselves a transport staircase. Well, we know it's not levels 1, 2, 3, or 4 in that case.
Yep.
And so therefore, there's... Okay, so that's why we couldn't get to the 4 rooms in the bottom row, and that does guarantee it. That does confirm that we are in level 8. ZebGedney will make his way over towards the bottom left room. And this not being a shutter door, he has purchased arrows, by the way, which is a good decision, because here's some Pole's voice. He does get a compass for his efforts.
And the Triforce is not that far from the start.
Also, Ategenos has found where level 1 is, so Ategenos will get his bow real soon. Manhandla City.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say it's Manhandla City.
Population 6. And of course, there's a Goma. Because why not? Here's one of our 2 items in level 8. what is the item inside? It turns out to be the power bracelet, which is still something that could come in handy.
Yep.
We have not found where all the levels are just yet. We have yet to see where levels 4 and 5 are, so that could come into play.
And with that power pastry, they're going to be able to check out all 7 of those spots that are remaining. And with the raft, I guess now we've got full overworld access. We have all the mobility items.
Dab nabbit, for those of you who were hoping for a double dip of level 9, we will not have that. Or required. Forced double dip of level 9, that is.
Yeah.
So at the 30-minute mark, this is the match between Ategenos and ZebGedney. This is a round of 16 match. The winner moves on, and they face RC Drone in the Elite 8s, which includes the changeover to the Elite 8 flags, which adds more insanity to this seed set. The loser of this match, they go to the elimination bracket. They face the winner of the Shaddy versus Zarnax 42 match.
Sometimes you don't know whether you want to win or you want to lose. I mean, everybody wants to win, but winning might be a tougher fight ahead of you than losing.
But everyone wants to rule the world.
True. Well, there can be only one.
There's another Gleeok. ZebGedney hates Gleeoks at this point.
And Ategenos is going to find his bow.
So there's the bow pickup for Ategenos.
Yep.
So that now gives him one of the required items. The latter often is a required item, but it's not always. In this case, the bow is always. So that's always a good item to have.
Yep. And we're still looking for those silver arrows. Where do you think those are going to be?
Level 4.
I'm going to say level 7.
Why?
Because some people just want to watch the world burn.
How is having the silvers in level 7 making the world burn? We find the second item. And we're going to find out what's inside. And it's the book.
Fred.
How vanilla.
So, if you've been playing the game so far, we're up to how many scoops of vanilla?
Well, we're no longer at 2 scoops, just like it would be in Raisin Bran.
You know what? That's like the new drinking game. Instead of a drinking game, it's the vanilla scoops.
Yeah, this is definitely a 3 count so far, and there's simultaneous Triforce pickups. ZebGedney, his first. Ategenos, his 4th.
Whoa. So, let's see if there's anything up here at the raft spot.
Alright, sailing over inside
Is?
to get a bomb shop. Nope. ZebGedney finding a take any, which is nice to find at this point in time.
Yeah.
The old man says, I am error. And by the way, because ZebGedney has pulled out the book out of level 8, he's got access to those hints if he wants to pay money to see them. Also, because ZebGedney has the power bracelet, he can check the magical sword spot of the second quest and see what's over there. And it is not a level, but it is a small secret at 17 rupees.
And what have we got over here in this recorder spot? It is... No, just another shop.
Just a shop at this point. So, we're 34 minutes in. And at this point, we have seen where one of our major items are, by way of the bow. It was inside level 1. The ladder which ZebGedney still needs to get, is in level 2. The white sword is in level 3. We never found level 4. We never found level 5. Level 6 had the wand, out vanilla. Level 7, we have not seen the item. We know where 7 is on the map. It's that nasty level I kept identifying as level 8 over at One Quest 1, or First Quest level 1. And level 8 had the power bracelet and the book. The almost item for this seed was the recorder, the white sword item, the heart container, and we had the magical boomerang as our ladder item. So the silver arrows being the biggest item we're still trying to find, and right now I said it was in level 4, and my commentary partner Jiggly Saint says it's in level 7. Where do you think they're going to be?
They could still be in level 9.
And so there's one of the hint shops right there at the forgotten spot. And Ategenos, without the book, isn't going to be unable to find any information about this. ZebGedney at this stage is heading... I believe he's going to be checking the power bracelet spot close to the start of this moment, as Ategenos sets himself into level 8. Oh, sail over the water to find the red ring!
Wow, we actually have a level that's louder.
So, level 4... Gliak returned to the book, haha. So, level 4 or level 5 has the red ring. One of those two is on a raft island.
Ooh. Now here is the question. What do you do? I mean, if you're Zeb, then you definitely might want to check that spot out, because you need those Triforce pieces. But if you're Ategenos, what do you do? Because do you really want to go looking for that red ring?
Play a melody to obtain the wand. That would be the hint for level 6, as ZebGedney ends up doing another retry to get his rupees back. So what we're going to probably see in regards to the game plan for both for Ategenos is once he ends up getting this Triforce out of A, he's going to search for these 2 items. Then I think he's going to head for level 9.
Yeah. And at this point in time, I would say that's probably the wisest of the plays. Because even if you may not necessarily find the items, you'll still have a lot of information, about where everything is, where Ganon is, where Zelda is. Now, the only real problem is that because Ategenos doesn't have the book, they are not going to know whether those silvers are indeed in level 9 or not.
But he's getting the book in this level. If he's going to scope out both of these items, he's going to pick up that book. I mean, the book will make his wand a little bit less dependable, but getting the old man to say the silvers to kill the beast lie elsewhere is a very valuable hint at this point in time.
As long as you remember it's the silver arrows you're looking for and not something like the bow.
Oh, that was nice for that manhandle to go down easily like that.
Yep. Ooh, and the Goma went down in one shot, too.
And by the way, that means Ategenos remembers the fact that he does have the bow. And power bracelet find for Ategenos, because, again, it's a find you're going to make when you don't know all the dungeons at this point. If you know where all the dungeons are, then you're not going to pick up that power bracelet, but in this case, you have to. ZebGedney having some issues here. Just he's trying to set up the left to right screen scroll, which you can sword buffer like you just saw him do right there. The problem for ZebGedney right now is I think he may be thinking a little... he might be a little flushed at this point, maybe just trying to get himself composed, because you know who you're up against. Ategenos is one of the best when it comes to Randomizer. He can deal with a lot of different flag sets, and he can do it pretty well too. So you know you're in for a battle. And going in at as we're closing on the 40-minute mark of this run, and you only have one Triforce piece, you can't be feeling good.
Yeah. You must feel like you're way, way, way behind.
Level 2 here for ZebGedney at this point.
So that's good, you know, that's gonna get Zeb the ladder. But I don't know if we ever truly found a ladder block so far in this seed.
We haven't. Most of the issue with ZebGedney at this point is of the combat level here. He has not gotten to level 3, so he doesn't have the white sword. And as such, that's what made that Gliok much difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely say the combat is definitely holding Zeb back.
There's the Triforce Spine for ZebGedney, as Ategenos now sees the second item of this level 8, and he's going to book it to level 9 in just a moment.
Yep.
And that save right there tells me he is going straight to level 9. Maybe. He's going to grab that recorder. Oh, is he going to purchase some hints before he goes into level 9? Oh, I think that may be part of the game plan here. Well, he definitely wants to get some bombs, too. I think he may be on an idea to purchase some hints.
Not gonna take anything.
ZebGedney getting wall mastered.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's dealt a pretty harsh hand there.
it definitely did. Okay, Ategenos going to purchase some hints. And those hints are going to tell us some more about this seed. Gorilla Grandma Silver Heroes and 7!
Called it. See, the game knows that I know that the game knows that I know that the game knows.
Huh?
I think I just heard somebody say that, and I'm like, I'm rolling with that. Because that's absolutely true.
There's a lot of picking for ZebGedney with the Triforce out of level 2. He's going to get on out of here. But Ategenos now has the huge hint he needs to get what he needs for level 9. So Silver Arrows in level 7.
And that's not a very nice level 7 to be looking.
It's a Wiz Rope set in level 7 as well.
You know, I mean, well, I guess with the amount of money that they have, that's definitely out of the question unless they really, really look hard, but, you know, a Magic Shield, probably not the worst play. If you had the money, it wouldn't be a bad play.
So ZebGedney got the earlier hint about the a level being wrapped blocked. He's gonna find out what that level is just in a second.
Whatever that level is, it's going to have the red ring. And you know what? The red ring is going to, you know, help immensely, you know, trying to fight through level 7.
Okay, so Ategenos inside this level 7. Deal with the Dark Nuts right now. Gotta be careful of his health at this stage. Just took a couple of bops by those red Dark Nuts that reminds him, need to slow down. Because 3 hits to those at this point, he's dead. And ZebGedney's inside level 5.
Yeah.
Here's the staircase of level 5. Is this the item? It's the red ring. That was nicely defended there by some blue Wiz Ropes. And that just quadruple his defense. But the problem is, he has to hurry this up at this point. He is running out of time because Ategenos, he just got to locate where those silver arrows are, and he's off to level 9.
But of course, level 9 in and of itself might not necessarily be the easiest level 9 to navigate.
Very likely it's not going to be, because we've seen some level 9s that have been absolute nasty, filled with magical staircases and the whatnot, but even there, Ategenos has a massive lead at this point.
But see, now here's what I'm predicting for level 9. Level 9 is going to be a complete, massive, really, really, really difficult. Unless, of course, you decide to go left at the start, in which case everything that you need is going to be right there. That's the kind of level 9 we're going to have.
Yeah, sometimes that's the way we end up getting it. And we do see ourselves with a Goma right there, and ZebGedney doing a little bit of a dance with his Goma, trying to tackle it.
Gets the Triforce.
There's the Triforce out of level 5. So that's good for ZebGedney. He does have the red ring. So that is good. However, he's got to hurry. And level 7 is not a stop you normally want to make as one of your 5 if you know where other dungeons are. Ooh, that's a death for Ategenos, so that does help with Zeb. And I think Zeb at this point knows his next stop's going to be tackling that Gleeok in level 1, because he knows where that Triforce is. He's got the red ring. Even if he hasn't pulled out the white sword out of level 3, this is a big help for him. And Ategenos trying to dance around with the blue whiz robes finally got them to leave him alone.
Now you see here is the thing though, because when Zeb picks this Triforce up, if Zeb goes straight away to level 7, then they are going to be, getting a lot closer to where they need to be, because, without any ring, Ategenos is, ooh, look at that.
Yeah, another death.
Yeah, I see, that's just it with that red ring.
So don't count the winner out of this just yet. ZebGedney is making a comeback at this point. He's just got to tackle this 3-headed Gleeok. It wasn't a 4, it's a 3, but it felt like it was a 4-headed Gleeok. There's the Triforce for ZebGedney. He's got 4 of them now.
Yep.
Stay tuned. This race is just getting exciting. But it takes ZebGedney going into level 7.
Oh, you know what? One of the items in level 9 is the boomerang?
Not guaranteed, but very, very likely.
Well, what was the other? Because the other. Well, how many of the recorder block spots were levels?
Well, level 6 was a level, but that had the wand.
That was their big
Level
block.
9 was another recorder blocked level. Now, the reason I'm saying that exactly is because we haven't seen level 4 yet, and even if level 4 wasn't under a recorder spot, there's still a possibility that it could have been blocked by a dig dogger. That's why I'm saying not exactly at this point.
We haven't even seen any dig doggers yet.
Yeah, so it's possible that the hint could be playing you towards level 4, but we don't know.
Oh.
There's the item in level 7, by the way. Hi, Goma. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, wow. So if you're not comfortable with ladder clips, then you almost definitely needed to get those arrows.
Yes, you did. But there it is for Ategenos. The silver arrows are his. But it's going to be interesting to watch him at this point, because the health is going to be something to watch. He's got 6 hearts. He'll never get the red ring.
Nope. Okay, that's actually a really interesting use of the Any-Stairs.
Ooh.
You're just going a couple
ZebGedney's about to head to the hint shop, but he doesn't have enough rupees for the information.
Oh.
Well, here lies Link. He's 11 rupees poor of getting the silver hint. And Zeb just north of where level where he needs to go for level 7, but he's not heading in that direction, as Ategenos goes into Corral 9, otherwise known as level 9. He's going to be looking for the Roar of Ganon. He's going to be looking for some information about this seed. Patra guarding a compass. That's good information to find out at this
Thanks,
point.
Patra.
Hi, there's Wizrobes in here. Uh-oh.
Yeah. And Dark Nuts.
And there goes the 5 rupees Zeb had to his name. So, Ategenos going through this level 9, and unfortunately we're not going to be able to hear the audio here for Ategenos because it was completely unusable. It's muted at this point, but we will see if the room goes dark. It could possibly be this the beast. And so Ategenos trying to play the game of trying to figure out what is the primary enemy by going in and out to reload the room.
Yep, I'm gonna want to clear this room out because there is one shutter door there at the top, and that could be Zelda's room. And
Almost at the stairs! Staying on top of the stairs! Ouch!
And you see, this is exactly it, though, because, you know, with Ategenos is probably going to be stubborn enough to continually go at this with 3 hearts. I'm gonna bomb right to Seer. Nope, can't go right. So, you know, the stubbornness might pay off, or it might not pay off.
Ooh. Ategenos, that was a tough test to take, because if he had another pixel, he would have been able to get in there and be able to just, I don't know, maybe find something in there, find a path that gets you closer to Ganon. Just
Or that's where the boomerang is.
To take. Yeah, it could also be with the boomerang, I guess. Silver to kill the beast lies elsewhere. We already know that, though.
Oh, hey, wait. What level was this one?
This is level 3. So
Yeah.
this is where the white sword is. This will give ZebGedney his 5th Triforce piece, but he needs to get back into level 7, but I don't see him going back into level 7 anytime soon.
Ooh. It's always hard when it's, you know, a level 7 play. But, you know, you see, here's what it is, though. Yes, going into level 7 is really, really, really difficult, but, you know, depending upon how the level is, you know, it might the item might actually be pretty quick to the entrance, close to the entrance. So sometimes you gotta try.
So here's an interesting thing. We have this room with a shutter door.
Yeah.
Ategenos is not testing it out. We have this room with a shutter door, and Ategenos probably doesn't want to test that one out. But now Ategenos, he'll be trying to slay these red dark nuts, maybe hoping that he can get on the 3 count a clock just to stop them, but he's gonna get a clock on the last dark nut at this point.
Yep. You know how the game works.
And nope, not this time. And the door does open up, so we do get that information.
Here's another door.
And,
This one
yep,
could.
and this one could be. I think it might be.
It is.
It is.
Sometimes you can just tell.
Yeah, because there was the shutter door to the north, there's the shutter door to the east, and that was the room that was, I believe, north of the diamond staircase that Ategenos died in. So, and now he appears left of it. We're in all quarters of this room's tour.
Well, Zelda's room's not hard to find.
Yep. Okay, so ZebGedney is about ready to go into level 9.
Okay.
That's good, but he doesn't have the silvers. But we do know, based on what we saw from Ategenos, there is the hint, relatively early, that the silvers to kill the beast lie elsewhere.
Yep.
And so, ZebGedney going into level 9. We have ourselves a classic level 9 search. And Ategenos just trying to figure out where he can go, down to a half a heart. Goes into this room, and this is not what we're looking for. Pops the red potion, fills up his hearts back up to 6. That's part one of the hints there for ZebGedney, that Patrick guards the compass. Nice dodging there for ZebGedney. We find the pig!
Yep. Gonna take a maximum of 8 hits.
Oh, he's got him in the beautiful stun lock too!
Oh.
And over here, that's perfect there. A great cannon fight from Ategenos. And he just got to go over just a couple of rooms. I think one up, one to the right, one down.
Oh my
Any
goodness.
keeper at ZebGedney, that's one item off the table. And just with one more room to go, Ategenos is going to be in the Elite 8 to face RC Drone. Get your GGs in the chat. Ategenos finishing with an official SRL time of 55 minutes and 10 seconds to win this race. Jiggly?
Yep.
What won this race for Ategenos?
I'm gonna have to say that, not going into 9 right away, but checking that hint cave. That was it. Because, nobody wants to step into level 7, so, saying, oh, well, the silver's gotta be in 9, and then you find a hint that goes, nope, the silvers are at 7.
Let's find out what he has to say about this. Hey, welcome to the conversation, Ategenos. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
So, you got your 5th Triforce piece. You're about ready. You're eligible to go into 9. What made you investigate more of this seed?
4, 5, and 8 were left. I don't know. I just didn't feel like going to 9.
And it paid off for you by buying that one hint, Gorilla Grumbles, with the silver arrows.
I mean, I was going to go to 7 anyways, right? You always dig 7? I mean, it's proven at this point.
And this furthers this point along.
But yeah, that's what I was hoping for, was the silvers hint, and lo and behold, the very first one. Getting that book that I knew had the hit shops marked. I was going to go buy all 6, which was going to take a lot of time, but yeah, I mean, if I didn't find it in 8 and I hadn't found the book, I was actually going to go to 9. So I would have been digging 9 for the silvers. So there was the hint, I think, that said the silvers were elsewhere that I would have ran into, which would have pulled me out pretty quick. But...
yeah. Which you came across. ZebGedney hasn't seen that hint just yet. He's in 9. He has not gotten the hint about the silvers being in level 7. So he did get other information about this seed. Found out where level 5 was. It was raft blocked over on the east side. It had the red ring in it.
Nice. Yeah, the recorder early was pretty nice. My routing was a little bit weird because of that early on, just because I didn't want to leave anything behind. And I'd left a couple of spots there in the Deadwoods, and I'm glad I went back, because obviously level 1 was there with the bow. We had level 9 there, level 1. Then you go over to the other side, you got 2, 6, and 3 all over in there. And the ladder early on was nice too. I'm glad I went back to that screen after dying to that jerk Lionel. But yeah, I mean, MVP was the hint. I was worried about keys after going through 7, though I only had 4 after having like 9 going in. But, things happen.
And ZebGedney is not that far away from where the hint is going to be about the souls killing the beast lie elsewhere, but he'll pop into the staircase. He'll find that it is a transport staircase, and always take staircases will lead him to a section of 9 that is away from where he needed to be at this point.
Yeah, this was kind of a rough seed. Fortunately, there wasn't too much combat that was required. Things on the overworld were pretty rough as far as HP goes. All the bomb droppers were pretty bad. Other than blue Lionels, those were okay. But Didn't really have to fight blue Wizrobes. Didn't have to really fight anything too bad. Pulse were a great HP level, so and Gibdo were 4. So the things that mattered weren't too bad, other than Red Darknuts, who gave them steroids.
Oh, also don't forget you had to kill the Gleeok in order to get the Triforce at a level 1.
Yeah, we had Wand at that point. It was all right.
It did hit up ZebGedney a little bit, and he ended up getting both items out of level 1 and then leaving and coming back later once he had the red ring. So that did slow him down a little bit further, and your 7 probably was a little bit slower because of the... Oh, hi, Wizrobes. How you guys doing?
Yeah, I mean, no red ring, low HP, Wizrobes, Darknuts, traps, fireballs, 7s, you know, it's annoying anyways. And where that item was like way down there.
And there's the hint for ZebGedney. The silvers to kill the beast lie elsewhere.
But where?
So let's talk about the next thing coming up for you. You have RC Drone in the first of the Elite 8 flags. Your thoughts going into that match?
Steal his batteries. No, but for real, I don't know that I've actually one-on-one raced RC Drone ever. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. RC is a monster at Vanilla and Randomizer. So Elite 8 flags are really kind of the talking point, I think, just because what we've seen thus far, the strategy kind of goes out the window. You've got to find level 9 quickly to find out exactly how many Triforces you need. Because if you need 8 or 7 or something like that, you need to be collecting Triforces as you go into dungeons and not leaving them behind, because that could cost you a lot of time. So it's one of those things where you've really got to route well, but make 9 a priority. And then if it's just open, like, what do you do, right? Like, where do you go? What's your play? Because it could be open and have bow and silvers in 9 with no Triforces. And if you're, you know, like Jam, who just goes in and YOLOs it and ends up finishing with like 3 hearts and a candle, you know, sometimes on, you know, these things that he does, you can, you know, win an easy race that way. So
We got somebody in chat weighing with a very interesting question. Why did you leave a take any behind on your search for either the silvers or some information about the silvers?
Well, I was going to take it, but then I realized I was going to up A anyways because I wanted the rupees back. And then I got the silvers hint, and I'm like, well, I don't feel like walking back up. It's too much time. It was just 1 heart, so it's not like it was too big of a deal. I mean, it's 35 to 40 seconds, which, again, we've seen races decided by far less than that. So it's one of those deals where I just made a judgment call.
Totally understand it, and ZebGedney's going to lose his rupees.
Yeah, so I don't know where 4 or 5 was. You said 1 level was on the raft spot, so that had to be one of them. But
yeah, 5 was on the raft.
So 4 has to be Death Mountain or a Power Bracelet location.
Definitely congratulations on the win. Well deserved.
I appreciate it. Like I said, RC is going to be fun. It'll be fun to race him. Making the top 8 is good enough for me. I didn't think I would even get that far with these type of flags. So I've just gotten lucky, honestly, and we'll see what happens in the next one.
And yep, that's what I thought.
Level 4 turned out to be at the Letter Cave on Death Mountain.
Nice. All right, so Power Bracelet, Raft, and Recorder all needed to enter levels. That's pretty fantastic.
And of course, it has Wizrobes in it and Darknuts because why not?
Yeah, it was a rough seed if you had to actually fight a lot of those rooms. Red Ring obviously makes that a lot easier. The early White Sword was great. That really makes life a lot easier, especially when you're trying to clear out Darknuts and stuff that have 8 HP. So that helped a lot.
And there's the item. Yep.
Now, I figure 7's probably the last place that Zeb will go back to. Well, that may be all he has left at this point, right?
Well, he didn't get the wand out of 6, but he got a hint about a ability to get the wand. But he may be thinking that might be the second item in level 9.
He didn't pick up the wand out of 6?
No, when he first got into level 6, he ended up going into that corridor staircase that one staircase you ended up going to that took you all the way to the bottom right room. But then he didn't figure where else he could go in that level 6. Was key block because this was super early and never explored any more of that 6. Oh, yeah, he's going to 7 now.
I was really peeved about the Triforce pickup. I did not want to pick up that Triforce because I knew it was blocked all the way to the bottom. So I had to walk all the way back through, which kind of sucked. But the one, I think, actually paid off pretty big. It helped clear some rooms faster. And so I think the time investment, at the very least, was a wash.
And also, ZebGedney was late getting into level 3, so you had the offensive power over him for quite a while there in regards to the white sword. And so ZebGedney with his any key is just going to go through some of these rooms. Eventually he'll find that Goma blocked silver arrows.
I guess it was a gum in that room, wasn't it? Interesting.
Yeah, you had to block clip your way around a Goma.
Always like arrow block servers. He's going the right direction though, which is good. If I hadn't died in that stupid trap room, I would have finished 7 a lot faster.
And there's the Goma. He's got a half a heart. He's gonna just tackle it the way you would otherwise, because he doesn't want to take a death trying to block clip his way. There he goes. Silver arrow pickup for ZebGedney.
Dang, that was a quick 7.
Just don't die to keys. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the things that you don't really realize. So you were talking about the offensive advantage with the white sword. Keys are 2 HP, so if you have to clear a room full of keys, not having the ability to kill them in one hit actually costs you a lot of time over the course of a run. You know, it's like 15-20 seconds a room because you got to hit them twice. So it really does add up and make a difference.
And back into 9 goes ZebGedney. I don't think he knows where Ganon is at this point, and I don't think he's also found out information about where she is. He only knows that Pat regards the compass.
Yeah, this was actually a pretty simple 9 overall. But you have to clear out that dark nut room, which kind of tips you in the right direction. But yeah, it's not too bad. There's just a little bit of combat, but it could have been much worse. Like being forced to go through this room at the beginning that has all the blue wizrobes in the the spike trap room. It really sucks when you have no defense just because you can get hit so easily.
Yeah, but at least with the red ring, he's going to be able to survive some of this. As long as he's able to continue to have good management of his health, doesn't get himself stepped out in the way of many of these hits, he should be fine. So here's the first room of the red darknuts that takes you to the shutter door. And how nice that you got the every single corner of Zelda's room tour of this seed.
Right. And this room next to it is just nasty. I don't know, these wizrobes and stuff in it. I thought that was the room I was going into, but it's actually one more over. Is the room that has the staircase with the blue darknet. So if you can bomb, I thought I needed to bomb right out of, or left out of this room. But if you can bomb left, then he's in good shape. I get a little bit behind you guys, but
yeah, once he clears this room, he'll have the answer about Zelda's room. So he will know that this room to the south of this room is going to be Zelda's room. The shutter will not open. And then in that case, why do you need Patra's compass?
Who's probably in the southwest corner or something.
Of course. So there's the shutter door that doesn't open. So Zeb has that information. Now he's going to try to clear out this room with the red dark nuts. Or not. He's going to up Band-Aid. How nice of that blue wizard, by the way, to beam you or tag. Oh, yeah, beam you just as you're standing on top of the stair.
Yeah, that kind of was annoying, but, you know, things happen. I figured I was probably going to die, but had to give it a shot.
YOLO?
Yeah, I mean, I did want to use a potion at that point, just because, I don't know, I just didn't feel like it. I knew I had to go through that stupid room again, but, you know, things happen. I think I played okay. I died a few times. I didn't really want to die as many times as I did. The 1 and 7 cost a bit of time, and then getting the Triforce at 6 when I didn't want to cost me a bit of time, but you live and you learn. Overworld is a little bit rough. I had that to the Lionel on the Dungeon 2 screen. That cost me some time as well. So there's always little bitty things that you can do to make yourself go faster.
And we're going to see ZebGedney going the wrong direction, unfortunately. Tries to go to the north, goes to the left instead. Finds himself in an oh-shoot room. Trying to dodge these blue wizrobes that seem to want to be in the middle of a firing squad with them.
Oh boy, that's nasty. I don't think they're going to get out of that pattern either until he leaves the room, which is really annoying.
And Zeb is going to be leaving this level 9 at this point, I think, to go revisit the fairy fountain.
Props to him for finishing it out.
Or he's going somewhere else.
Maybe
Oh, we're buying a potion.
Be my guess, yeah.
And record her out, and we're all set and ready to go. Go back into level 9 to finish things off here. Trying to bomb out of the single block room. Turns out that there's no way to go except for to the north or to the east where he just came from. Goes through the funky block room. At this point, you'd think he's probably a couple of rooms away from where Ganon turned out to be, but bombs out of this room. This could put him on the right path if he decides to take the bomb wall, but he may be thinking staircase at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a way to bomb in or not. I know I had to take that staircase to kind of go around, but I definitely didn't try to bomb any of the other walls.
So he clears out the room, but he's not going to take the staircase, heads to the north. And here's the roar of the Ganon. And he goes in. There he goes. Here's Ganon for ZebGedney. And with the potions in hand, should be able to tackle this pretty easily. Just gotta watch out for the Hyrule drivers. Takes the Hyrule driver down to a half a heart. Immediately uses the potion. Trying to get him into a stun lock. Just Ganon's not being cooperative. You had him easily in the stun lock yourself. There we go. Oh no, he didn't. He lost him. Gets him hit again. Probably one more hit left to go.
Yeah, missing that last hit made me a little bit sad, but it's pretty easy when he goes up to get him.
There we go. Ganon is down for ZebGedney, and all he has to do is just backtrack his way towards where he believes Zelda is or going to be. Finds out he can't go that way, but he will find that there is an easy walk around, and he will have it in just a moment. And so now ZebGedney will pop through the open shutter door. He will save the princess and be done with his seed. ZebGedney's not out of this tournament. He can still get a little bit of redemption in the elimination bracket. Get your GGs in the chat for ZebGedney, finishing with a time of 1:15.50. All right, so in here to talk about this is ZebGedney, and your thoughts on the seed.
I don't know. I think I could have probably played better, but there's a lot of it was definitely combat heavy. A lot of the bomb droppers were high HP, so just have to be better at managing bombs and not taking a lot of bops. So
well. One thing was really setting the difference, and you'll see that your start compared to Ategenos was kind of slower, but you did make up a lot of ground. But then Ategenos ended up going to that forgotten spot in the northwest of the lake, and he bought one hint in there.
Oh, I can.
Maria Grumbles with a silver arrow.
Yeah, I think I remember walking by it and saying, I'm just gonna not worry about it. I had done it a few times already in other seeds, and I don't know. It's what are you gonna do? And yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, slow start, and again, looking at the Triforce count as I usually do, it's 32 minutes for a first Triforce, and then it's 40, 45, 46, a couple quick ones. So plus, I'm sure some item pickups in there were good.
Yeah, like I said, you had a rough start, but you did catch up, so you did have the opportunity to maybe take this from Ategenos, but once he got that hint, he knew he had to go to 7, and once you went into 9, it kind of, by that point, was a done deal. That Ategenos was going to get what he needed, get back into 9, and save the princess, and that's the end of the story.
Yeah, what are you going to do? I mean, good game to him. That's, really good time considering some of the combat in this seed.
But all is not done with you. You'll be moving on to the elimination bracket, and you'll be facing off against whoever won that chatty Zarnex 42 match earlier.
Okay, I'll have to go take a look at the results of that. So either way, it's another difficult matchup, another difficult opponent. So just got to keep at it.
Well, we'll see how this goes. This is all part of what this tournament's all about. Sometimes you get the lucky break. Sometimes the seed can hand you the proverbial halfway up finger.
Yes, it can.
But, GG to you, GG to Ategenos. Anything you want to add, Jiggly?
I know everything's fine.
Well, if everything is fine, let's go ahead and send it on out of here. Do we have any more matches that are going on tomorrow, Jiggly?
I think we do. Let me just double check here. Hold on. Alright, let's see here. So it's October the what, 4th?
It is October the 4th.
Alright, so later on tonight, or tomorrow, we've got Paratroop 1 versus J-Lo. That's at 8 o'clock. And then we got X-Ice Blue versus Bobbing for Fries at 9 o'clock. At 10, we got Amazing Toaster versus Redbird Grad. And at 11, we've got Captain Green 7 versus Amo 22.
A lot of great races coming
That's
up
a
tomorrow.
lot of races.
We'll definitely have a lot of fun with that. Great night of Zelda 1 randomizer races is in the books. I'm Adirondack Rick, Jiggly Saint. Thank you very much for joining me, and also CyberChow X for doing the tracking. So let's get on out of here and bid you a fond farewell from Hyrule today. We'll see you again for more Zelda 1 Randomizer here on the Speed Gaming channels. Also, be sure to follow the Randomania channels, as some of the races will be on there as well. And we'll see you next time for more Zelda 1 Randomizer. Have yourselves a good night. And just before we end, you know what we didn't see at all, Jiggly Saint?
What's that?
Danger Doodles. We didn't see a single Lamola.
I don't even think we even... Did we even run into any Dodongos?
No. Good night, everyone.
Good night.